So, there's a new Hunger Games movie in town. And yes, I know, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out in November of last year, so me talking about it now is kind of old news. But don't worry, this isn't just a basic movie review, I promise. Anyway, hi, I'm Samantha, and welcome to my channel. Because I'm a cheapskate who didn't feel like going to the movie theaters, I had to wait for my local library to have a copy of the new Hunger Games movie so that I could rent it. Since then, I've watched the movie twice, and my opinion of it is indifferent. I laughed at the small nods to the original movies, and I thought Snow's character was quite interesting. However, the thing that caught my eye the most was how similar the characters' roles in the new movie are compared to the old ones. Yeah, that's right, this is a character comparison of the new Hunger Games characters versus the old Hunger Games characters, so let's get into it. Up first are our brunettes, Lucy Gray Baird and Katniss Everdeen. To quote the internet, Lucy Gray was a performer forced to fight, while Katniss was a fighter forced to perform. They both catch major attention at their reapings, however Lucy Gray's stunt is far more intentional, whereas Katniss is simply looking out for her sister. They're both resourceful, and both end up winning their Hunger Games, but these two have slightly different approaches. First off, Katniss never really cheats. Yes, she brings her Mockingjay pin into the arena, but all of the deaths she causes are by what is readily given to her in the arena, such as Tracker Jackers, a bow and arrow, and Nightlock berries. Lucy Gray only ever attacks using the rat poisoning that was given to her by Snow. Still following that idea, Katniss makes more friends throughout her movie. Peeta, Haymitch, Effie, Rue, Cinna, and Gale are all there to support her in some way. Lucy Gray only has Snow, really, which both makes things interesting and limiting. Between the two, Katniss's Hunger Games win was much more profound than Lucy Gray's, at least from the watcher's perspective. Katniss manages to outsmart the Game Master and get both her and her fellow district member out of the games by threatening to eat poisonous Nightlock berries. Lucy Gray also avoids certain death from the Game Master because her voice is so soothing to the deadly snakes surrounding her. But in actuality, it isn't her voice, it's just because of Snow that she's alive. Lastly, their impact for the Hunger Games was totally opposite. Lucy Gray helped people to love the Hunger Games, while Katniss helped people to hate the Hunger Games. Next up are our blondes, Coriolanus Snow and Peeta Mellark. These two are both my favorite characters from their respective movies, even though they are relative opposites for the most part. While Peeta is a kind, gentle boy only looking to survive the Hunger Games and possibly win the infection of Katniss, Snow is an ambitious and proud student looking to have the respect and recognition that his father once had. Unlike Peeta, Snow doesn't fight in the Hunger Games, although he does go in the arena at one point and kill a tribute for a side purpose. Instead, he is the mentor of the girl he likes. Nonetheless, both these boys try to protect themselves and the girl they love through their wits. Peeta works up drama at the tribute interviews by confessing his love for Katniss to the Capitol audience. Additionally, he joins the Career Pact, making sure that they don't find Katniss right away, and giving her every chance he can to keep her alive. Snow, on the other hand, uses more morally gray tactics, no pun intended, to keep Lucy Gray alive, such as giving her rat poisoning, using the care package drones to attack the other tributes, and putting her scent into the vat of deadly snakes so that they wouldn't harm her. Additionally, the longer the movie progresses, the more you grow to love Peeta's character, because even though he went through hell in the arena and continues to do so by being in a fake relationship with the girl he likes, his gentle demeanor is seemingly unchanged. However, the more you watch Snow's character, the more questionable his actions become. Between him betraying his friend to get the Game Master's attention and attempting to kill Lucy Gray when he thinks she tried to harm him, he slowly goes from an ambitious student to becoming the bone-chilling leader we all know. Next up are our whiny best friends, Gale Hawthorne and Sejanus Plythe. Now I know my description of these two sounds a little harsh, which, yeah, I can't lie, I just don't like these two. They're both in the best friend category, Gale being close with Katniss, while Sejanus is close to young Snow. They also share disdain for the Capitol, the Hunger Games, and poor treatment of the districts, both attempting to do something about it. However, this is where their similarities end. Gale was born and raised in the dingy District 12. By the age of 14, he had to take on the role of the man of the house for his three younger siblings and his mother due to a coal mining accident that killed his father. Sejanus, on the other hand, is an only born child into a wealthy family in District 2. He ends up moving to the capital with his parents and attended the academy right alongside Snow, even though he hated it. Now, the reason I say these two are whiny is because of this. Gale is in love with Katniss, we all know this, so when she has to pretend to be in love with Peeta, Gale is more than angry. He keeps complaining to her about it and even kisses her for his own consolation, causing her to be under the crossfire of Snow all the more. Later, he does become a little more accepting of Peeta and realizes that Katniss will do what she wants, but I still don't like his accusational tone up until then. But as bad as that is, Sejanus is way worse in my opinion. Unlike Gale, who has some grit and brains, Sejanus is the definition of rich and helpless. He keeps trying to go against the Capitol in the dumbest of ways, like performing a District 2 burial ritual for his friend while in the arena, choosing to follow Snow to District 12 to become a peacekeeper instead of staying in the Capitol and using his status to make changes. And for the icing on the cake, he plans an escape from District 12 and involves the mayor's daughter. All in all, these are probably my least two favorite characters in their respective movies. Alright, let's move on to a less negative opinion with our alcoholic pals, Haymitch Abernathy and Casca Highbottom. These two have very different roles in their movies. Haymitch is Katniss and Peeta's mentor. He's grumpy, usually drunk, and a little sarcastic. Oddly enough though, all these traits make Haymitch a somewhat likable character. Casca, on the other hand, never really gets too much attention. For most of the movie, we just know him as the Dean of the Academy and the creator of the Hunger Games. Though certain traits similar to Haymitch are hinted at throughout the movie, we really don't get to see into Casca's character until one of the last scenes of the movie. He's remorseful that the idea of the Hunger Games ever popped into his head, and he clearly isn't happy with life. Both these characters take a while to open up about themselves, and are one of the more similar pairs out of everyone, save for one pair, that is. Lastly, we have our creepy antagonists, Dr. Volumnia Gaul and President Coriolanus Snow. Now, it's not surprising that these two are so similar due to the fact that Dr. Gaul was President Snow's mentor, not in the Hunger Games sense, just in the classic sense. They both want to maintain a balance and control over the people by using horrifying tactics. President Snow has a slight advantage over Dr. Gaul, however, as he isn't just the head game maker, he's the leader of Panem. Additionally, he isn't simply ruthless. He knows when to give up a fight, and he does have a heart for the people closest to him. Dr. Gaul is never shown in such a way, only ever seeming to have interest in training young Snow and her precious Hunger Games. And that's it for this video. Please keep in mind that while some of this was researched, I injected a lot of my own personal opinions into this. So if you have a different view on some of these characters, that's totally fine. In fact, tell me what you think about these characters down in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!